Hello everybody, whoever pops in. First, if you could please let me know if you can hear me okay. Been a crazy busy day today. Hi Kim, hi Karen, hi Dawn. Excuse my mess. I have so much going on back here. This and over here. I'm trying to get all of my September custom orders done before I go to Orlando. Plus, I still have to do the voiceover for the Tuesday tutorial, and I still have to do the Konin tutorial. Hi, Kathy. But the cutting tutorial for Konin is up, and the sewing tutorial will be up this weekend for sure. Now, the cutting tutorial, once we're done this class on Sunday, I'm going to be releasing it to the public side. I'm going to start doing that. So the when we finish the cutting class, the cutting tutorial will get launched to the public side of the channel. I want to do that mainly because I'm hoping it'll create some excitement for people to join the classes, because it would be a lot of fun to have some more friends joining us, and also it's great for my payday. So yeah, so the cutting tutorials will launch after we're done cutting classes. And then the sewing tutorials will launch once we're done making the bag. Does that work? Hi, Diane. Diane, you're not at work today? I expected you to be late today. Kim, Karen, I gotta mark everybody off so I know who's here. Lots of people done. Thank you everybody for joining for the new time. I think it's working really good. Who's sewing this with me today? Or cutting it out with me? It's going to be a super fast class. You guys have no idea how fast the Konin is. It's one of my favorite makes. I don't believe I haven't done a tutorial on it. I've made quite a few. I've just never done a tutorial on them. But it's fast. My UPS order is here. My window is open. We have a glorious breeze coming in. I'm airing out my room. You love the earlier time? I guess it would work a lot better for those back east, hey Karen? Because you are 3 hours ahead of me, so it's 6 o'clock there. It's raining and cold, Diane. She'll stop barking soon. The UPS guy's right there. Brady's got the door. You are cutting? Okay, so Diane's going with me. So in this one, if you watch the cutting video that I already did, I'm not doing the card slots in this. I find I don't like the card slots in this bag, but it's really just my opinion. The bag is so small that I find it's really awkward, Tyranda, to get the cards in and out of it. And so I'm not going to do that. There is a mesh slip pocket, but again, it's because the bag is so small, I just, my opinion, find it hard to get things in and out. So I am going to put a little itty bitty zipper pocket in it just because that's what we're going to do. What I like to do anyways. And I'm not going to put a slip pocket on it because this is the cutest little itty bitty bag. Now, I have made one of these for a client before, and a full-size classic zip around wallet did fit in the bag, but it took up the whole bag. A mini classic zip around wallet would be a perfect size, or even a mini necessary clutch wallet if you're looking for ideas for wallets for it, or you can do the card slots. I just found from my clients' feedback that how they had to go in to get the cards out of the card slots was really awkward in such a tiny bag. So I've opted to leave that out. But you guys are more than welcome to put them in. We've done many classes with card slots, and Joe's instructions are really good. Plus, she also has a tutorial. So what you could do is you could go to the Country Cow Designs YouTube channel and see how she does the card slots if it's something you want to do. Kathy, Purse Pal would be perfect in it because it's very minimalistic. Good idea. Hi, Wanda. Still out, East Aria. Wanda, are you going to be making this? Okay, so I have Diane making this. Kathy's making it. Did I see that? I'm sorry, I kind of squirreled. Dawn will be making it, but she's not. I'm going to put a star beside Dawn. Kathy's making it. The chat's kind of going by so fast. Let me just backtrack here. Oh, Karen is going to make it, just not cutting today. So it's super, super fast. Kathy, are you cutting with me today too? Wanda, do you plan to? Oh, you don't. Oh, well, do you know what? You have membership. You can always go back and you can do it later. How are you feeling, Kim? You will want to make this one eventually as soon as your back is feeling better, I promise you. So everybody is good with me launching the cutting tutorials within a week after we've done the cutting class. Again, that's just to try to use as a marketing tool on my part to get people to join the classes. You know me, I'm an open book. But again, the tutorial, the main chunk of it, the tutorial will not launch until the classes are over. Okay, Kathy's cutting too. Now, in this pattern, I am one that likes to do measurement cuts, especially when it's rectangles. With this pattern, it goes so fast. So I have only cut out the two pattern pieces, the stabilizer piece and the main panel piece. Like seriously, this is how big this bag is only. So I didn't want to waste the paper. We're going to be doing some measurement cuts. It goes super, super fast, trust me. So it'll be a lot of fun. Now, on that note, with measurement cuts, because a lot of these were just measurement cuts, I cannot give you the sizes that we are cutting. I will just tell you what we are cutting out, and you'll have to look at your pattern to get those measurements to cut it out or to draw it out, because I cannot give out those measurements, of course, because you have to own the pattern, and some people that may be watching this may not have the pattern. So that is just a courtesy I do for the designers. Well, actually they all request it, so I don't want to get in trouble. So there will be a lot of that. I haven't decided if I'm making my own binding with this or not. I'll show you the fabrics I use. If I can find a pre-made binding, I'm going to do a cotton binding, like a pre-made binding. You can use waterproof canvas binding if you like. You can bind it whatever method you like. As you guys know, I like to bind mine with pre-made binding. Awesome. Yay! Oh, there's lots of people on today. I'm so excited. I'm excited to make this one too. So the tutorial bag, as you saw, if you saw the cutting video, I'm doing it in glitters. Now the class bag is actually a client order, so I have to look at her order. She wants a Konin bowler bag in Mora mustard faux leather with fall beauty cotton lining and matte black hardware. So this client has great taste. You're gonna love the fabrics that she has chosen. I'm excited to make it for her. I've never made one in Mora fabrics. I have actually only ever made it in pearl vinyls. So it'll be nice to see how the Mora fabric goes together. I think it'll probably be a lot easier to turn. Interfacing, again, we won't be cutting interfacing together, but I will be using Decovil Heavy as my main interfacing. Oops, Alexa, cancel. There we go. So for homework, you will be doing your stabilizer. It says you can use fusible foam. Again, I'm not a fusible foam person. I'm just not. I find foam pulls away too easy and leaves wrinkles in the fabric. But you can use fusible foam, you can use Decovil Heavy, or you can use Peltex. And it's very, very important. It is outside of the seam allowances, especially if you are on a domestic machine, because when we go to bind it, binding gets thick. So we want to keep that thickness out of the way. So I am going to be using a Decovil Heavy. It gives a really, really nice finish on it. I really like it. Jo on her channel talks about using the different, I think she actually preferred using the Peltex with it. I don't have Peltex, so I don't know how it would work with it, but I know I don't like fusible foam. I don't have Peltex, so Decovil Heavy is what I'm going with. I think any first timer should consider waterproof canvas. Yeah. My thing is I don't do waterproof canvas linings very often. I think maybe my next bound bag that I do a waterproof canvas lining on, maybe I will do a tutorial on how to do that binding. But I very rarely use waterproof canvas, so especially, yeah, I just don't. So is there any questions about interfacing? Now, I think you could probably use as your main stabilizer 2 layers of EB Fuse Heavy, but I haven't tested that out yet to see how that works. But you could use 2 layers of Decovil Light as well. So there's many different options you can do. I'm just kind of looking here. My base stabilizer, I will be doing Decovil Heavy. What else do we got here? Interfacings. Jo is not from North America, so her interfacings are sometimes different. So yes, if you're using waterproof canvas, you won't need to interface at all. If you are using cotton, then you will want to interface with a medium woven interfacing. If you're using cotton on the exterior, which you're more than welcome to do, you will want to do a medium woven interfacing as well as a main stabilizer of your choice, the Decovil Heavy or the foam or the Peltex, whatever you decide. What else to talk about? This bag would be great in cork as well. Can you guys tell I really like this one? Wide gusset stabilizer. Oh yes, and in our gussets, I will also be using Decovil Heavy. So I'm very Decovil Heavy strong for this. It is such a structured bag. I wish I had one here, but they sell out right away. They order and they're gone. It's almost like it's a mini version of the classic handbag by Sewn Ideas, but it comes together so much easier. Any questions about stabilizers before we get started? All the stabilizer pieces you'll see are also measurement cuts, and they are cut for out of the seam allowances. So if you are using Decovil Heavy or Peltex, I find that I always fuse it on, leave it for about half hour to an hour, and then I go and do another iron or press with it. And then I like to leave it overnight. In my head, that makes it so it adheres better. Because I don't find the Decovil products always adhere. Is that the right word? Stick very well. But I find if I do that with my Decovil Heavies, they stick a little bit better. Now this bag, we won't be... What's great about it is we only have the one turn with it, so it's not like we're dislodging that fusible interfacing as much as we would be if we were berthing it, because that always does a number on, excuse me, fusible interfacing. I have the hiccups. Oh my goodness. Any questions at all? So you will find, I might move my camera down a little bit, because they're mostly measurement cuts. I'm not going to have tabletop down tabletop view too much. I will for the pieces, or the one piece that I have for the main body piece that we draw out. Everything else, it'll be the face view. I'll put my camera down so you can see my table a little bit more and we can go through that. And yeah, just cut as we go. We love having you part of the group too, Wanda. It's very true, Rhonda. It doesn't stick very easy, but that is what I have found works for me, is fuse it really good and then leave it for a half hour to an hour. Go back and give it another good press and then leave it overnight, and I find it sticks a lot better. Another thing you can do is always put a little bit of double-sided tape behind it too. But you'll try my way? Awesome. Again, this one, it doesn't dislodge very easy because we are only turning it the one time. Now, also, I found with the Decovils that if you have a vinyl that is a fuzzy back, do you guys know what I mean by a fuzzy back? Then it sticks so easy. When I did Decovil Light in my leather bags, I have a leather High Wraith and a leather Reed in Asia that are my personal bags, and the Decovil Light stuck like a, you know what, it stuck so good, but I think it's because the back of leather is almost furry, and it just sticks to that so well. So yeah. Okay, so let me put this out of the way here. Okay, I got to get out of, I'm making a trailblazer right now for my grandniece. That's what I ended up cutting today after I finished off my week of custom orders. It's her first birthday. I'm making her, I know some people don't like Harry Potter, but I am making her a Harry Potter bag. My niece is huge into Harry Potter, so I was really happy to find some fabric. So I'm making her a trailblazer for a new diaper bag. So do I keep the Decovil in the seams? No, I never keep my Decovil Light or my Decovil Heavy in the seams. Never, ever. I find it makes my seams too bulky. I mean, my machine will sew through it because I am on an industrial, but no, Decovil Heavy, Decovil Light, and EB Fuse Heavy, and Peltex. I always have that fused out of the seams. I never put those in the seams. EB Fuse Medium or SF101 in the seams. I'm good with that. Fusible Fleece, I'm good with that being in the seams. I use a very low loft fusible fleece. EB Fuse Medium even, I have no problems. Or like, what's it called, 809? Helen 809, I have no problems leaving those in the seams as well. But anything heavier than that, no. Okay, so let me put this to tabletop view. Do I have this all set up? I do. Look how messy this all is. Okay, so I'll show you guys. This is my custom order. This isn't the invoice. This is just the order form here. So this is more for my customer Anne-Marie. Custom Konin bag, Mora mustard faux leather, faux beauty cotton lining, and matte black hardware. She chose out all of her own fabrics, so we will be going with that. I'm so pleased that I get to get an order out of the way at the same time. Oh, Kim, you're doing a Grogu one? Are you giving it to me? Yay. Kim, are you going to Sew Magical? Was it you or was it Cynthia that I thought was going to Sew Magical? Let me put my phone away. Okay, I've been chatty. Holy moly. Okay, so I'm using the Mustard Mustard Mora faux leather. And then this is from Spoonflower. This was a win because I had another customer order this fabric, so I got like this yard here, and for some reason they sent me a double shipment. So they shipped this one out and then they shipped it out again, so then I had extra. So when my client ordered this and I had all of this scrap, I just thought this would be absolutely perfect with the Mora. So I think it's going to be really good. And then of course we are doing matte black hardware. I might change out my zipper pulls. I don't know yet. We'll see. So I said all my matte black is from Emmaline bags. So that is what we are going with. Okay. So you guys ready for measurement cuts? Do you have your rulers ready? Yeah, so this one is called, what is this? It's called Flora Moon. No, designed by Flora Moon. This is the Petal Signature cotton because I'm cheap. I always just get the cotton. Design 5731471. I mean, if you guys really like this one and want to get it, just send me a message and I will let you know what it was called or send you the link to it on Spoonflower. So I actually don't think I'm going to have to even use this yard. We will see. Let's put it aside for now. Okay. Let's do this. So I have my cutting chart. There's a school bus right there. I keep forgetting school's back in session. Oh, you're using the same color, Diane? Excellent. Kim says, I'm trying to go, but then we bought our house and then I need a surgery, which I never want to deal with that many people around at this point. Oh, I understand that. Aw, miss you though. Am I quilting my exterior panels? Not for this one, no. I actually have an order coming up that's a Franken bag. It's kind of a mixture of the Konin and of the classic handbag by Sewn Ideas, where I do the pocket and everything with the quilting. I have done a bag like that. So, yeah. Aw, Kim. Because I don't have enough bags already, hey? I just really like Grogu. I don't know if you guys have ever seen my little Grogu shine I have over here. Okay, so let's do this. So, we will start with, what were we doing here? Handle, grab handle. She has a ton of optional stuff in this as well. So I am using a 1-inch hardware. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do my crossbody strap first. So let's draw that out. So I just do the 4 inches by the width of my fabric. So I will show this. Oopsies. My camera always ends up being just a little bit different when I'm doing the tutorials. So we'll draw this out first. I think I got more of this if I need it, but I don't think I'm going to. So draw out your crossbody strap. What I love about this bag is the handles. The handle works as our connector as well. It's really cool. Aw, thanks, Kim. This is a very expensive trip for me. Like, it's costing me almost $1,500. So I don't know how often I will go. It is so expensive to go from West Coast Canada all the way down to Orlando. Like, crazy expensive. It's 10 hours at airports for me each way. Crazy. And my layovers aren't even that long. I maybe have 45 minutes to an hour layover at each airport. I have 2 layovers. 2 there, yeah, 1 in Calgary and 1 in Toronto. Okay, so that is my crossbody strap. Okay. Okay, I want to continue drawing out my straight pieces, so I am going to put this up to my face, but I will lower my camera down so you can see what I'm working on a little bit more. I just can't share the measurements. So just because we got a nice straight line where we had drawn our crossbody strap, I just want to continue with that. So next I am going to draw out, okay, I'm not going to do the handle accent because I'm doing my handle in vinyl. She has instructions on how to do a vinyl or a cork accent, but she uses webbing instead of actually making her handles. I'm not using webbing, as you can see. That's why I drew this out. But you can definitely use 1-inch webbing if you prefer. So if you're using webbing, just kind of ignore what I'm doing right now. But I actually prefer a vinyl handle. So grab handle. We are going to cut that as per the measurements. So go ahead and do that. Draw it out with your ruler. It's a 1-inch handle, so okay, I want to do, and it seems like it's long because it's also acting as our connectors. It's really kind of cool. You'll know what I mean when you see the measurement there. So draw out your handle, and I'm also doing my center line, oops, to save time later. Hi Annie. Annie, are you making this one with us? We just got started. Okay, so I've got my, I said no stitch prepare. I've already done where it says webbing, cut one. I'm not doing that, but I'm counting that as my crossbody strap. I'm not doing the handle accent, but you can. That's an optional thing. There are so many optional things here. Okay, I've done my grab handle, so I can cross that out. Next, we're going to continue on with the straight cuts of our exterior. So I'm going to now draw out, I'm leaving my main panels. Actually, do you know what? We can do the main panels right now. Let's go to table down here and we can draw out our main panels here. I'm going to take my main panel piece. I'm going to just draw them up here. I lost my pen. There it is. Okay. This is the only pattern piece I have. Everything else are measurement cuts. So I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to trace it out. Do my little blips at the fold line so I can flip this over and match it up at those little marks. Look how tiny this little panel is. Isn't it adorable? I'm excited to see what this turns out in glitter vinyls too. I think it's going to be nice. But yeah, you could quilt this and it would be so cute. So cute. Can I do one here? Oh yeah, look at that. I can get one right here too, I think. Can I? No, I can't. We'll just draw it right here. So we need 2 exterior pattern piece A's. Awesome, Annie. Rhonda, it would be perfect for your daughter. Yes, absolutely. She would love it. Perfect size for your daughter. It's definitely not a big bag. Okay, so there's our 2 main panels. So it gives you a good idea. Like that's, I have super small baby hands, like really small hands. And that's how big it is only. So, okay. I gotta put you guys back up. Whoops. To here. Okay. So, starting at the top of the list, we've done main panel. Now you can see there are, she does have cut pattern pieces as well. But for rectangles and stuff, I just find it easier just to use my ruler, and it's faster and it saves on paper. So it looks like my head's cut off because I have it down towards the table. That's funny. Okay, next we're going to do our base piece maybe. So I'm going to skip over the base for now, just because I'm looking at my positioning of everything here. And I'm going to do the wide gusset. So cut out or draw out 1 wide gusset. I love this ruler. It's a 6 by 24. I do plan on getting Lauren's 8 by 24 when I'm there. I really want that ruler. Actually, Melissa of So Yours picked one up for me last year, so I just have to pick it up for her. Okay, so wide gusset. Double check your measurements because you want them to be right. What am I doing? I got to be careful not to tell you guys what the measurements are. Okay. There we go. Wide gusset. And this is on the top, the gusset, and it goes around the side. And then next we have our narrow gusset. Yay, Rhonda, do it. You haven't done a bag in a while. It's so fast. So fast. And again, as I squirrel away here. So this bag is not a 4-class bag. It is a 3-class bag. It is that fast. So the week I am in Orlando, so not next week, but the week after when I'm at So Magical, there will not be a class on that Thursday. We do not need to have a makeup class or anything because we will get this done in 3 classes. So we'll have this class, next week's class, we will skip a week, and then we will come back the last week of the month and get her done. Okay? So it worked out really perfect for that. Okay. Now back to the narrow gusset. And this is going to seem really narrow, but it is right. I'm excited for this bag if you guys can't tell. So excited. Where's my, there it is. Okay. So I've done my wide gusset and my narrow gusset and my grab handles. And now all we need is our base for our exterior. And then I can go to tabletop down because I will be doing a little zipper pocket in it. I'm actually going to use the one that I have cut out for the tutorial because I haven't done the tutorial yet because I'm slacking off. Base. All right, this is the one where it seems like the base is huge. But it's not. Okay. So again, double check your measurements really good. Okay. Because when you do ruler measurements, it is really, really easy to measure it wrong. But we're saving a tree. So I'm good with it. Oh. Oh, that's right. Okay. There's our base. Base seems huge. Base kind of works up to be part of the gusset as well. Rhonda, I'll show you the glitter vinyl. That's what I'm doing the tutorial bag in. It may be a challenge to turn because it is a little bit sticky, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, split table. Okay, so you can kind of see I have my base piece. I have everything cut out. I've lost my pen. Base, 2 main panels, wide gusset, narrow gusset, and a handle. I'm not doing a slip pocket in this. I'm not doing the card slots, but I'm going to grab out, this is my tutorial one that I have to do this weekend, but I know I measured out my zipper pocket thing to the perfect size, so I can tell you guys what size it is, okay? So I'm going to use this one. So this is the vinyl I'm using in the tutorial. Can you guys see the glitter in that? So if you decide you want to put a zipper pocket in, it is not part of the pattern. It's completely up to you, but I like to have a zipper pocket. I made my opening for my zipper overlay 5 inches only. So this is a teeny, teeny, tiny pocket. So I'm going to use this as my template to draw out my... So yes, create yourself a little template. If you want to do it, just make sure it's only about 5 inches or so. I'll put it right here. I'm just going to use this one as my template. And again, you don't have to put a zipper pocket in it. My clients just like it. I am not putting a slip pocket in it because it's just too small. There's really no use for it. You couldn't even fit a phone in it, in my opinion. A little zipper pocket, I mean, you could put some change in it or what have you, and it just looks pretty. We won't be turning through the pocket or anything, so when we do our zipper pockets, you can seal them up. Long sharp beep again, weird. I wonder what it is. It must be some interference or something. I don't hear it on this side. And I'm not using a microphone. It's just my microphone from my webcam. So I am not sure. I have to ask IT, which is my child. Very sharp beat. I will have to Google it and figure that out. Thanks for letting me know, guys. At least it didn't stay, right? It went away? Maybe it's just to make sure you guys are awake. Just kidding. Okay, so that is all we need for our exterior. So this 18-inch roll, this half yard, was perfect, or half meter from Emmaline Bags. So we can go ahead and we can cut this out. This Mora is going to look so nice with that matte black hardware, I think. Now what's good about this is I can use these pattern pieces to as my template to cut out my whatchamacallit, my lining pieces, so we can stay at this view. Okay. Do I have an empty bin here? Oh my gosh, I've got so many full bins everywhere. I've got projects galore everywhere. Okay, so there's my one. Cut out my narrow. Coco didn't get the blame. She's being quiet right now, actually. Oh, my poor girl. She's getting more and more blind. She's turning 12 soon, and she's showing her age. Here's my narrow. Dexter, after class today, well, at 7 o'clock, we're taking Dexter to obedience training. He turns 1 in 1 month. It's crazy how fast time goes. He's completely recovered from his surgery. He's no longer trying to make love to the cat, which is good. A poor cat. There's my wide gusset. So all of these pieces, you will also go ahead through the pattern piece and cut out your main stabilizer, depending what you're using. And I apologize, you can hear the street noise, but there's just such a glorious breeze. I just can't close that window. It feels so nice. So nice. And it's not smoky. We have clear blue skies. It looks like the fires are getting under control. It's cooler weather. We've had some rain. It's been really good. So yeah, I could totally make a small classic zipper around wallet with this little chunk to match if I wanted to, but she didn't order one, so I won't. Sometimes I am sneaky, and if I had more time I would, because I have leftover, is when I order in, like I had ordered in this fabric specifically for her order. So this is a little upselling trick that I am usually successful with. So, I didn't get that. Oh, my watch is talking to me. What I would do is I would finish making this bag, and then I'd make a matching wallet, and I would post it on my Facebook page and say, this bag is off to its new home with whoever. This one's with Anne-Marie. And I also made the super cute matching whatever wallet. And then usually my clients will be like, oh, I must have the wallet. And I'd be like, okay, I'll tell you what, if you buy it because it's the matching, I'll give you $10 off of the wallet. And like 9 times out of 10, they buy the wallet as well. But if they don't buy the wallet, then you're stuck with it. So yeah, but normally they do, because then they're like, no, I must have it once they see how nice it is. So there's my handle. But yeah, that's a little trick if you take on custom orders, I find works. I haven't had time to do that much with a lot of them, but lately, since starting the classes, but that's what I used to do when that was all I did. Worked very well for me. And then when you say you're giving them $10 off, I mean, you're using scraps of the fabrics you purchased for their bag. So it works out that it's really not costing you anything but time and a little bit of hardware. So Win-win. Main pieces. So this will be when you go to cut out your interfacing, you will have to make sure that it, pretend this is it is outside of your seam allowances. She gives quite a wide berth for it, so that's really good. Now I'm nervous because I am so close to being out of Decovil Heavy, it's not even funny. But I think I have enough for these 2 bags. I buy mine by the bolt, I get it wholesale. Worst case scenario, I can do an emergency Emmaline order and ordered a meter or something. I just don't like paying full price for it. How's everybody making out? Any questions so far? Easy peasy so far? So for homework, if you're doing the overlay, I'm also going to edge paint mine because I bought the edge paint that matches the Mora, so I think that'll be really pretty. I'll probably do the matte top coat just because I'm using matte black for it. And this is, I got a good workable piece here for another project. Pop that over there. Now let's do our lining. How's everybody making out? Let me know when you're done and then we'll get on to the lining part. Push this back up a little bit. There we go. So thirsty. Everybody's gone quiet. Prettiest fabric ever. I'm gonna fussy cut it too. I actually just want to check my notes from this client while I'm waiting for you guys to see if she had any requests. Good, ready for the lining? Awesome, Kathy. Let us know when you're ready, Diane. I'm just going to double check to make sure because it is a custom order for me. I'm just looking to see if she said if she wanted more teal or more of the yellow, but I think that might have been the other person. It's been so long since she ordered this, so I took this order back in March. The bottom one. Okay, here we go. So I don't know if you can see, this is my chat with them trying to choose out fabrics. I lay out all my fabrics for them and okay. She didn't ready? Okay, perfect. So now I think I want to concentrate for my fussy cutting on more, I don't know, what should I fussy cut? More of the teal. Like I'm really liking this motive right here. So I'm almost thinking I'm going to take advantage of that. So I'm actually going to use my pattern pieces here as my template. So I'm fussy cutting. So I'm folding this pattern piece in half and I'm putting it right down the middle like so. That's where the center of my lining is going to be. You can kind of see it in between those 2 points. Spread it open and then cut out my first one. So cut out your first main panel. You don't have to fussy cut if you don't want to. I just am. I've got so much of this fabric that I can totally do that. And yes, Dawn, I did change my rotary cutter today. I did cut out the Trailblazer with it, but this is my second project with this blade. But it's fresh blade today. Okay. So I think that'll be really pretty for the lining, and I'll show you my trick using this piece to get a perfectly mirrored piece. So I can see the motive is repeating itself right there. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lay it over top until it looks seamless. So it looks like it's one. See how it looks like it's disappeared into the fabric? And then I know I have them exactly the same, or pretty close to the same. Usually I don't fussy cut linings so much, but this is just such a pretty motive. See, it's disappeared. You can't even see it anymore. Good girl. Dawn always gives me heck for not changing my blade. Okay, so now I just got to be careful that I can actually see what I'm cutting out here. Now, of course, if you're not using a print that you want to fussy cut, you just go ahead and cut out these 2 pieces. Fussy cutting always wastes so much fabric, but it's sometimes necessary. I cut it everywhere? I did. So let's see how good I did. So these should be almost identical. Pretty darn close. I think so. Okay, so these, because it's cotton, will be backed with a medium woven interfacing. Just my 2 main panel A pieces. So we'll put all those together. We'll just work our way down the list. I lost my pen again. How do I keep doing that? Okay, so lining. Okay, so this is where it's confusing because on the cutting chart it says main panel times 1. Yes, only 1. Now that is if you are doing the card slots. I am not doing the card slots, so I just did 2 main panels. But if you're doing the card slots, she pieces the lining together. So you have like the center part, which is the card slots, and then 2 sides. So that's where you're going to see wallet times 1 and wallet sides times 2, 1 reversed. So the pieces G and H, I'm not doing those. I'm just going to do a zipper pocket. So if you are doing the card slots, make sure you follow her cut chart. I have adjusted it, okay? So I've cut 2 main panels. Okay, next we want to do the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab out my already cut vinyl piece and find somewhere, I think I can do it right here, and use it as my template for cutting out my base piece. It'll fit perfectly right here. And then go ahead and cut that out. If I'm moving too fast, please do stop me. Okay, so that's my base piece done. Lining and exterior, again, they both need to be interfaced still.
I don't have a sexual orientation.
Oh my goodness. So then that's base times 1 is done. Next we want to pull out our wide gusset. Again, you can use the measurements if you like, but I don't want to put you guys up to table view, so I can just do this and show you what I'm cutting. And I'm not fussy cutting these at all. I'm just trying to use up my fabric to the best that it can be used up. So here's my wide gusset. I'm laying it down on my fabric and I will cut it out. And this is super fast to do it this way too. And I'm not wasting a tree. Honestly, I also need to buy some copy paper. I am almost out. Okay, so there's my wide gusset. And I already pulled out my narrow gusset, so I'll just lay that down as well. Okay, cross them off my list. Wide gusset, narrow gusset, and zipper pocket. So she does do a zipper pocket in it. I'm going to give you guys my zipper pocket measurements. We may have to trim them up. I'm just going to, so we know our opening is 5 inches. We're going to cut it 7 inches. So it's going to be a super, super small pocket. But we're going to do, it's different than her measurements, but 7 inches by 5 inches. And we may have to trim that 5 inches up when we make it, but that's okay. 5 inches by 7 inches, 2 of those. So I folded it up upon itself so I can cut these at the same time. Flip this around. 5 inches by 7 inches. And that'll give me my zipper pocket if you're doing a zipper pocket. Super teeny tiny. See what I mean? How little that pocket's going to be? Zipper pocket. Said she does have the option where you can do a mesh slip pocket if you wanted to, so feel free to add that into one of the sides if you wanted to. I found the way I make my slip pockets, the slip pocket would just be too tiny, so I'm just skipping that altogether. And guys, that's it. And look, I didn't even use, like, I still got so much left of this one scrap piece, and then that whole other yard left. So now all that's left to do, and what will be homework, is going through your stabilizer section, deciding what stabilizer you want to use, and then cutting them out. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 6 pieces to cut. So cut out those and fuse them on to your, well, first, if you need to do your medium woven interfacing, do that first, and then your main stabilizer as well, fuse it on. And then we will be all set to start class next week. So, yay! It's gonna go super fast. Super, super fast. Any questions at all? Isn't that fast? Decide if you're making your own bias tape. I'm not. I don't want to waste my expensive spoon flower fabric on bias. I think I'm going to see if I can find a ready-made that is about the same color as this, or even a yellow. Yellow wouldn't be nice in there as well. I'll just have to change my thread color. Oh no, I'm going to use yellow thread color. I lied. It'll be fine. What do you guys think? It's super fast, hey? So probably, I bet you only 25 minutes to cut, if even that. And I promise I'll get that tutorial up this weekend. Dawn gives me heck, I tell ya. So yeah, that's it. That's all it's, like, that's not very much, hey? Oh, and do your crossbody strap for homework too. But you don't need it till the end of the class, so. But yeah, really minimal pieces to cut out, minimal This is a great scrap buster. You can even scrap for your medium woven interfacing. Frank can interface it. Really fast to cut out, hey? I love this one so much. And yeah, I'm excited. I still don't believe I haven't done a tutorial on this. I think I got so many orders for these that I think I just went through and just did a batch sew and didn't think about doing a tutorial. I just wanted to get it done. So I'm so happy that this got voted in, and I'm so happy that I had an order for one, because that just takes the stress off of me. I've only got, I think I have I have 7 or 9, I don't know, custom orders left for the rest of the year, and I'm just going to plow through them, get them all done by the end of October. And then I'm actually not, normally I book my custom orders 6 months in advance, but I'm just getting too burnt out. So I think I'm going to leave it and revisit again in January, or just take customs by request. But my business plan before was always custom orders, but YouTube's kind of taken over that, and I'm enjoying it so much more. So I will always fulfill my client base's custom orders, of course. But yeah, usually I go hard. I used to do 5 custom orders a week before I started the channel, so it's crazy. Somebody has to keep me on the straight and narrow. Yeah, Dawn keeps me on the straight and narrow, that's for sure. All right, so any questions about that at all? Always looks so intimidating. It's not intimidating, Kim. And we're all here to support you, so it's a journey we're all on together. We all have the same interests, and we're all friends, and yeah. I've done pretty well with, I mean, I do this full time now. Mind you, I'm not sure I could do it without my husband's full-time income, but because he has a really good job. But I am making about the same as I did as an office manager at a retirement home, which wasn't a lot of money, but now I get to just work at home for me, so. Good night, Wanda. See you later. Yay. All right. So yeah, that's super early. I'm actually going to, I wonder if I'll work on my Trailblazer a little bit. Or I could do, no, I should take a break. I've been working since like 6:37 a.m. and I've got doggy school tonight in 3 hours, and I have to make supper. So I think I'm just going to call it a day. Even though I'm really revved up to sew, but actually I can't sew because I have to wait for the Odie coat. Do you guys want to see my hollyhock? I may have had a lot of caffeine today. So I finished the tutorial. I just have to do the voiceover for it. It's about an hour and 10-minute long video, so I'm just waiting for my house to be somewhat quiet. It'll probably be on Saturday. But this is what we're doing on Tuesday's class. It turned out so good. I am so impressed with it. This wasn't a style of bag I usually would have chosen, but I love it. So you got like a cargo type pocket here. You got a zip pocket that goes across this way. And what I love is how this is. Now this did get a little bit thick here because you top stitched the zipper panel down. So my machine was okay with it. But yeah, it's nice. I was really impressed with this one. So watch for this tutorial. You guys will be able to see it. So yeah, I will take a break, I promise. But yeah, that's the hollyhock. So watch for that tutorial, because all members get to see the tutorials. If you decide you want to make it, we just cut this out on Tuesday. You could always upgrade if you wanted to make this one with us, but I think most of you are in that class already. So I think the majority of people are in both classes, but for those that aren't, it's just this bag. Whoever, actually, was it you, Rhonda, that nominated this bag? I will admit, I never ever had the desire to make this bag until I made this bag, and I just love it. Maybe it was just the pictures from the pattern that didn't call to me, but it wasn't a hard make or anything. I truly, truly loved making this bag. And this is a waterproof canvas from Sam Fabrics. It's a squishy, so this is fleece, but the sides are all foam. So it's really structured, but this part is squishy. And for those that are in the Tuesday class, remember I didn't have enough of my vinyl for this. I found a scrap. So my front pocket will look just like this one. You swap this bag for a Grogu bag? Yeah, no, fairly happy with it. So yes, I'm sorry that the tutorials are not up yet, but they will be up by the end of the weekend. I still have to finish my dad's wingtip covers. Oh my gosh. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining me to cutting this out today. If you are cutting this out after the fact and you need a hand, feel free to reach out. My email's down below, or you can get me on Facebook. Can you see this, the side? Here, let me put it down so you guys can see. One sec. This is pretty, you guys. Look at this. Can you see the stitching on that? So we did the typical blue Calla, what they're known for, her very decorative stitching. So that's the side gusset. It's so pretty, and it wasn't hard. Yeah. Isn't it nice? I loves it. You don't remember, Rhonda? Somebody nominated it. And I'm glad they did. This one is the tall one. There's two versions. There's a tall and a wide. I like that. Yay, Kim. Have a great night. Glad you're feeling better. Okay. As I've squirreled all over the place, but I just had to show you guys because I just finished that yesterday. The tutorial is all edited. It's just voiceover that I have to do now. So yeah, I bet that's an hour. It's a longer tutorial. I don't skip over it. There's a lot. Well, I didn't learn a lot of new techniques, but I wanted to show you the blue Calla connectors and how she does her stuff because it's truly beautiful. Sometimes I'm too lazy to do them, but I wasn't too lazy in this because I think that those connectors really truly make the bag. So okay. Well, everybody have a fantabulous weekend. I will see most of you on Tuesday where we start that beautiful bag. And everybody else I will see next Thursday. Yeah, and the tutorials will be up by then as well. So, okay, everybody have a great night. I'll catch you guys later.